Okay, so the common theme here today, I guess, is kudzu from Belfry, and this is yet another kudzu project. But like JT said earlier, this plant came from Japan, and it was originally designed, or it was brought over here in the they thought it would help with soil erosion, with coal mines and stuff, digging into the earth. Soil erosion was a big problem, and they thought that this would help. And it did for a little bit, but then this spread fastly. And of course, I'm sure each and every one of you can look outside very quickly and find a kudzu plant. And it's kind of taken over the area, and it's starting to become harmful to some ecosystems. So our goal with this project is also to take plastic, which is one of the leading causes of pollution. It's getting in the ecosystems and damaging animals' lives as well. And we're going to mix these two unuseful products and kind of bring them together to make a useful product, which is 3D filament. And with all you educators, so you know that 3D printers are becoming a common device used in schools and also in other fields, such as the medical field, the mechanical industry, and in order to make these products with the printer, you have to have strands of filament, or plastic strands called filament. And this filament it goes down into the nozzle of the printer where it melts it, and it places it on the bed, and it makes the object, and it stacks up from the bottom up. And our goal is to take these two substances, plastic and kudzu, and make a roll of filament with a homemade 3D filament extruder. And here's Cade with the construction.
The overall construction of the filament extruder is actually pretty simple. It's just the filament that we've created, the kudzu plant and the plastic will be bonded together and shredded down. And this is the loading bed where the filament is put into, and it's all hooked up to a motor, which has a motor regulator, which regulates the speed. And inside of the pops are a drill bit, which pushes the filament out to a heating pad, which will heat the filament up and give us just the final filament. Yeah.
So as you can see on our board, filaments or 3D printers are used for a whole lot of things. Right here is a picture of a 3D printer that made a prosthetic for people who have limbs that aren't all the way grown. And also, it's used in the air industry. Cessna, Boeing, and Airbus, they're using 3D. They figured out that they can use a 3D printed fuel regulator to insert fuel into the chamber, and they can make this by 3D printing instead of having to go through the expensive metals. So they can just take this plastic machine, or make it through plastic. And people like to use 3D printers because it's you can personalize it to fit your needs. And over here you can see casts made of 3D printers, and also the medical industry is using titanium to place skull fragments. So whenever people have their skull removed, they can place a titanium piece of their skull in. So our expectations is to use the money we've gotten from KVEC and to buy all these parts, which we can buy online at Amazon, Home Depot, and at Lowe's, and use these basic parts and bring them together to make this filament extruder that would eventually, we can sell the filament, and it's also eliminating plastic in our environment and kind of cutting down the kudzu and making use of the kudzu, which is a plant that's obviously overgrown. So, any questions?